This conference will now be recorded.
Hope you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So we'll just revise what we did and what is meaning because it is a quick revision we require. And for that, what we did basically, I will start from the beginning. And so what we did is we start the cloud journey with the needs of the cloud journey, means why we need cloud computing and the different cloud models we did, and then we went to the different cloud vendors, like different vendors we have, and different services we have. Services as a service, as a service concept model, and then we focused on the why we choose Azure cloud. Azure cloud we choose, and what is the benefit of that, and what are the features we have, what are the services we have here, and what is management portal we have. Management portal we have. We did this thing. Azure advantage we see, and also we see the portal which we use to manage so managing Azure portal with the help of different things like through portal, through website or through PowerShell, and also we will do with the help of CLI concept like Bash. So these things we see, and also we try to understand the concept of account. In the accounts, how we will manage, and what are the types of account we have, especially if we talk about this storage account we have basically. So in that storage, we see different types of storage like vlog and other storage we have, file related table, queue, and all. And then how to create this vlog and all, and then also we try to upload the data on it, uploading the data and static site we try to deploy to there, and then we run the simple static website basically with that, and then we focus on the something called network related stuff, which is very important for us. So we understand the VNet concept, virtual network concept, and how we will create and define, create and manage properly with this, and also how to configure this basically. And we understand the network connectivity, and that part we see. Then we directly focus on the virtual machine, like virtual server. You can say machine or server, whatever. So here we try to understand the resource manager. We understand the resource manager. We understand the subscription part also. We understand the storage, especially if we talk about the secondary storage hard disk, and also we understand the how we will configure the virtual machine and how to run it, how to manage, how to configure, and how to monitor this virtual machine, this part. And then we directly focused on the creating virtual machine for server, especially for big application like cluster or enterprise distributed application. We did application development, we require a cluster. So we are try to understand what is cluster, connectivity with multiple systems, with multiple servers. This is main thing we have here. And then we understand the concept called virtual machines, especially there, and how we will go with the keys, because keys and password, these two methods we have. And in that, what we will do is basically password and keys, how we will arrange it, and how to generate the keys, and how to authenticate this based on these two things. So authentication we done with the help of password and keys concept, and we understand both concepts. With the help of that, we try to join from S1 to S2 and S2 to S3 like that, and also we will transfer the data also, transfer data from S1 to S2 or S2 to S1 vice versa. like that we did. And then we directly focused on the other concept like servers, like web servers we created. And then we can take any web server like Tomcat or IAS, Microsoft IAS, like that we can take it. I think this one we not did, but at least we covered this all concept, whatever I told you. So this is still remaining, I think. So if it is remaining, let me know. I will try to revise this. So after that, what we need to do it basically, we need to understand the advanced concept means which is not like a virtual machine. Instead of virtual machine, we need to go with the without virtual machine. That means we'll go with the Azure App Services. Azure App Services. This one we want to take it again because not again. First time we are taking Azure App Services. This Azure App Services is like a platform as a service, and here what we can do it basically, we can deploy your application. Deployment of application we will understand here. How we'll deploy it, we'll take an example of that, and we will try to understand how to maintain this application, web application, the rest. We'll try to understand it and how we'll configure to especially enterprise level application and monitor. These two things is very important. So we'll try to understand this thing, and then we'll understand the last topic called traffic manager. This traffic manager is also nowadays very famous. How we'll manage with the traffic manager, how you will try to monitor all things, and you can understand or track the activities. And finally, you can go with the CLI based control. CLI based control we'll try to understand. So we will plan for this basically. Today is 27 my side, so 27 April. So I'll try to finish this within the 2 days, 27 April to 28 April. This we will plan if possible. So we'll try to finish within 2 days this concept, and in that we'll go with the accounts and manage this all services, and we will deploy a whole application here. This is our main intention here. We will try to focus. If we get the good idea about this, then only we'll go to the another concept. And another concept is basically you can go with the Azure SQL server, SQL database server, how we will manage it, and how to understand and means migration from on-prem to Azure database server. This part we will understand how to do planning inside there, implementation of Azure SQL database, and how we will try to design the schema, designing a schema inside that database after creating an instance of a Azure database, SQL database. So here we will design a schema, and after that we will understand the how we can secure it, security part. The security, especially if we are talking about security, so we will focus on Azure SQL database security. So this is our plan here. After securing the system, what we require, we can go with the concept called platform as a service. After this, we have something called platform as a service. In that, whatever we have, we'll try to understand it basically platform as a service, and how we will communicate with the platform as a service. Azure, what type of Azure provide all platform as a service concept, and how we'll manage this thing through different protocols. So we'll try to deploy, obviously we require to deploy something here, deployment of an application uh, in platform as a service. We will try to understand this concept, and then we will focus on the monitoring part, monitoring stuff, monitoring in platform as a service, because here we have challenge for monitoring a platform as a service. So we'll try to understand this concept. So this week I'm planning to finish this thing, because this is very interesting point and many things we have here. So Within 2 days, I will try to finish this. So what I am planning right now, we will try to divide this based on the week. So whole week I will focus on these three chapters. So this is 2 days I will take. This one will take 1 or 2 days, 2 days, and this one will take 1 day, like that. So we will finish within 5 days, whole thing, whatever we have. Unfortunately, I can't give you 2 hours, but at least 1 hour I can give you. Or before 15 minutes also we can join, whatever we connect. Like that time is mine 6:30, so we can join at 6 o'clock also, no problem for me.
Yeah, we
Because
can do that one, Mujahid. We can do early also. Like for us, it's 8:30.
so we have Ramzan in our side,
Oh
so
yeah.
no problem for. So I wake up early, 3 o'clock. I wake up. After that, I start my work and I'll finish before 15 minutes also. So no problem for me to go with the early.
Mhm.
Whatever we did, 6:30 we start. We join Jagdish and me, and
Yeah.
after that, uh, instead of 6:30, we will join at 6:15 or more than early also possible. If possible, I will ping you. Okay.
Okay.
So 6 we can
Okay.
join first of all. And
Okay.
today
Wha-
and
What
tomorrow,
else we have to cover, Mujahid? After this, what else do we need? Do we need to cover
I
as part of the?
already see on total we need to cover 16 chapters. 16 chapters we need to cover like that. So in that we already cover more than 8 chapters. Now we are focusing on these 3 chapters, and then again 5 or 6 5 chapters is still remaining. So that all contents I already shared with you. If you miss this, let me know. I will try to share again. So I'm planning to add some future things also inside. First, whatever I committed to you, 16 chapter, I'll try to finish this 16 chapter first. Then later I can add some extra things also if you want.
Okay.
So we will go. I just change the hierarchy because we need to finish as early as possible. So what we will do it basically, the plan will decide. So all whole week we will plan to decide which we need to cover basically. So in whole week we will try to finish these 3 chapters. We will discuss only 3 chapters in this week. After
Yeah.
finishing this, then we can focus on next Monday. I will focus on next 3 to 4 chapters, whatever we have, and then we'll try to finish this all 4 chapters, 3 chapters, whatever we plan. So today we will focus on this 27 April. Today my side 27 April and 28 April. These 2 days we will try to focus on these all things. Okay, and then we
Okay.
will go with the SQL Azure and Path. So let's try to understand this concept. This is very important. So what we will do it basically here, we will try to understand the what is app services. Remember, app services is also like a platform as a service. The concept in app services is what we have. Uh, Basically, app services work based on the requirement. Whatever you have requirement. So whenever we have an application, that application based on some means some inputs. So that time we require this app services basically. So the benefit of app services is what you can directly put your data. You no need to manage the infrastructure and all. So you no need to take care about your infrastructure. Instead of that, you will focus on your app services only. Means your data or your work related things you will focus here, and then only you can work on it basically. So this is all concept is based on some set of software. Azure provides this app services basically, and in that what we have basically, we can do some important stuff like we can create basically what is the benefit of that. We can create and manage web application, and that web application is basically complete like you can say like mission critical applications you can create it. So all critical application you can focus here. Why? The reason behind it is what? Critical application means you more focused on the application instead of you are focusing on infrastructure. and that is critical and scalable. Two factors we have here, critical and scalable. So if we are focusing on that area and you need to work on it, so that time we'll use this web app services. So app services is basically what I can say. It is the concept of continuous deployment concept. Continuous deployment. How we will do this continuous deployment with the help of Git software. With Git, you can say.
Mujahid, can you give examples for critical and scalable for any web applications, any website or like any?
I started Amazon.com, and I'm very interested in focusing on more on Amazon.com, and more interested in my customers to consume in that area. Means they need to focus on my application and need to give more outcomes with the website. So that time, what happens? We have something called peak hours. So peak hours is basically an area where suppose Diwali is started, and suppose 30 April we have Diwali considered. So in Diwali we need to have more than 10 servers. So might be our application will down if we don't have this 10 servers. So this is called peak hours for us. So that peak hours when it comes when you have critical application. So how you can handle it with the help of scalability concept. And one another thing, if you are focusing on stock market pricing, so they are also using called critical application. This is called critical application, because if you miss something or if you not put like high availability concept, not put it as auto patching concept. Also auto patching also very famous nowadays.
So
Auto
in the
patching
peak
means
hours, Mujahid, in the peak hours,
yeah, go ahead.
we can choose how many number of servers we want to expand, and then after the peak hours, like after the Boxing Day or after Diwali, we can just go back to what the normal usage, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So how do
So
you
30 and
how?
30
Mhm.
is our Diwali festival, suppose, and here we
Hmm.
require only two servers. So we
Hmm.
can go back to this other days. Other days basically we require only two servers. So
So
we
the
can
question is, how
alter
do you
this.
know? How do you know you need 10 servers? Only based on your previous usage, right? It just your
No,
speculation.
we just use it because if our service is good, so we definitely get more customers, and we cannot get the idea how many customers we require. So it should be scalable. I'm considering I will get as per my previous recent my previous record. I can
Mm-hmm.
predict okay, I require at least 8 to 10 servers. So this
Mm.
thing is can be managed with the help of Azure Web Apps. So
Is
the
there
concept,
something called auto scalability? Is there something? The reason why I'm asking is there something called auto scalability? So wherein
yes, yes,
as it needed, nobody has to go in and mention the number of servers they need. It just keeps expanding based on the need of the hour.
yes, yes, yes. Same thing because of this reason, people they are focusing more, and the customers of this are basically HP, Havells, Package, and also Adobe. They are using this type of services from Azure Web Expert. So they are using this concept. HP and Adobe is the best, and like Johnson Control and AP Moller and Drive Time, other companies also they are using this concept. Polycom, these all companies they are using. So they are more focusing on their business stuff. They are not more interested in infrastructure. They are not interested in infrastructure. Instead of that, they are focusing on this. So like in India, one company we have Telenor.
So they do
Before
the so
Telenor,
Azure does offer auto scalability, right?
yes, yes, yes. And BMW, they are also using this concept, this feature. And also like many companies there are, we have basically for this. I'll give the list of companies I already said. So that I found this is the best use case of this company if you are applying there basically. So not this, more company, and related to your company also. If you are interested with finance, so in finance also they are focusing on this area, because
Mm-hmm.
always we not
So,
mention or control the infrastructure. We are not interested to control always the infrastructure. So that is the
okay.
reason
Then why
here we.
do you then why do if auto scalability is a feature, right? I have a question. If that is a feature, then why do we have to do so much of a planning? I mean, for the day-to-day actions, I can predict, and I just from the costing benefit, I can predict and I can guess the number of servers I need. But for stress test, for exceptional days like these, why do we need to do the planning? We can just go for auto scaling option, and it does what we need to until the traffic goes down, right?
Yeah, but the thing is what auto scaling concept comes based on the customization. Remember, this Azure Web Apps services. This service is basically focusing on based on virtual machine. It is based on virtual machine. They internally create the virtual machine Azure Web Apps.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to configure it properly, so you only get the options what you required. The problem with this disadvantage is what you only get the things what they have. They will not customize it properly. If you want fully customizable, then you need to focus on virtual machine. Like they given only hard disk, you need to choose only, suppose example, not exactly 10 GB or 15 GB or 20 GB, and you want 15 GB. So here it is, if it is not possible, you need to move to virtual machine part. So this is the fundamental, virtual machine is the fundamental part of this. Basically, based on that only they created this web app part.
No,
And there,
my question basically is, if you have auto scalability option, why do we need to spend so much time and designing how many number of servers we need, what is the capacity of the server? Why do we need to do that?
so that I'm telling you, know, in that whatever they given the features in user interface of this software, so that only you can use it. If you want more than that, so fully customization is not possible here. This is the big problem.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Scalability is good option. This is very good option we have here as compared to virtual machine. I agree with this. But
Mm-hmm.
if we want to configure it and customize it fully, so fully
Mm-hmm.
customization is not possible here. This is the
With the
big problem.
scalability, maybe they go
Uh-huh.
with the default options, right? Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Okay.
or available option, whatever they have. This
Mm-hmm.
is the problem we have here. So with the help of this, what we can understand, the best, what we can do it basically here more than this also, we can go with the auto scale part. Obviously, auto scale is also possible here. So they already called built-in auto scale, built-in auto scaling scalability we have here. So built-in auto scalability we have. One thing called they have load balancing. Obviously, load balancing they have, and also they have something called auto patching and other things called also support some framework, supporting the frameworks like if you are interested to develop something, so like WordPress or other tools like Drupal, these are the famous frameworks. So like Joomla, so these already inbuilt, they available inside the software. So this services already included this framework, whatever we require to develop our application. This is one benefit we have here, and you can directly jump start and you can start working on it basically, and you will focus more on the production software. So you will more focus on the production, and in that, if you are talking about the applications, so applications can be here. It can go as a Python, Microsoft.NET, and these all application you can start here. Ruby on Rails and Node.js, and even Java also is available. All type of application. Even if you are not interested in the language, so you can go with the PowerShell. Obviously, PowerShell we have here. So there also you can try this all stuff and you can work on this. So this is one thing we have. Even there are few features we have. This is called front end side, multiple language and frameworks we have here. And instead of that, if you are interested with background services also is possible here. Like background services means you want to create a scheduler which works after 2 a.m. IST. Like that, you want to work it directly, so you can do like that also is possible here. And the main benefit what we have here basically, you can internally go with the connectors also is possible here. Like connectors means what? If you want to connect your application with your on-premises part, on-prem related part, so you can join together like SAP you already have here, and you want to join with this your app web part, so you can join it. So Azure DevOps is also possible here to join it basically. This is the one benefit we have this here, and we already they already follow the security compliances. We already know the compliances. Again, what is mean by compliances? Compliances means the policies of the industry as per the industry policies. Whatever we have like ISO or SOC or PS, PCI, these type of compliances which we need to fulfill for organization. So they are following this compliances, even though their authentication is done with the help of what I can say Azure Active Directory is possible here, AD also possible here, and even plus your social login also possible here. This is one benefit we have. So you can authenticate here with the social login also possible here, and we have some ready-made template. The advantage here what we have is basically we have template concept. So template means whenever you want to run or you want to make your application, you just select the like Drupal or other tools. You will select framework, and then you can start working on it. Or even though if you are not interested with this applications, you want to go with the another. So Azure provides Azure marketplace. So this area especially focus on the templating side. So they will give you a ready-made templates, more templates we have here. And
What
even
is
though
Drupal? Zaid, sorry, what is Drupal?
Drupal is basically one framework which help us to develop design for application.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you are not many frameworks we require in developing an application. So for that they have this option. If you not like, you can go with the Azure Marketplace. Azure Marketplace also is good option for this basically. Any question, guys? So one another thing. uh So if we talk about the integration, what are the features we should understand? Then only it would be good. If you talk about the integration, so Visual Studio is the best integration for this basically. So here you can directly connect it. So you can integrate it. You can you can do it basically. Creating application is possible here. You can do what I can say deployment also possible here. You can, even though you can go with the debugging concept also possible here. This is one benefit we have, and also we have something called REST API. So you can create an API and mobile related features like and mobile related features also we can do it here basically. So what we have here, CORS or RESTful API, this all things possible basically with this. This is the main benefit we have, and also work with the mobile related stuff like enabling authentication, offline data, like authentication, offline data. These all concepts we required here basically. Even offline data sync part and even push notification is available in the mobile concept. So these all features we have here and many more features we have here basically. And after that we have one thing called serverless architecture. So remember, I told you it is a part of it is coming from the virtual machine and customization part. So whatever it is coming here, it should go with the proper what I can say proper format. Means we no need to take care about the infrastructure. So that's why you can write a serverless code and you can integrate with one another concept called Azure Functions. So you can integrate with this concept called Azure Functions, and you can make the system as on-demand stuff. You can write on-demand scripting and provisioning the IO and means provisioning the infrastructure and managing the infrastructure in a form of pay-as-you-go model. So these all features we have here. Based on that, we can manage these things basically. So what we can do it basically here, we can use different deployment stuff also we have here. Basically, you can start